And hello again, and here we are in my garage for the first time in several weeks because I've just not had time to be in here. However, one thing that's happened recently is that this slave cylinder for the clutch, which was leaking, has now been rebuilt with new seals, and so this can go back on the bike. And once that's done, that'll seal up the primary side, and then we'd have a go at starting the bike once again. And so first, this push rod needs adding to the slave like that. If it goes in, that's fine. And then these bolts can come out. There goes the washer. One by one. And then we can hopefully bolt this back on without any problems. It goes like that. Let's get it lined up. There we go. And something like that, I think. Yep. So we'll bolt this back on quickly and reattach the hose. I've got to bleed the damn thing. I actually don't think I've got enough fluid at the moment, but no matter. I don't need a clutch to make sure the damn thing will start. So we'll ignore that for now. And now with the slave back in place, I can bleed the system. So I've topped up the reservoir there. And the tricky thing is to pump it and keep on topping it up on your own, but and not let it get too low, otherwise you introduce air into the system, which isn't ideal. Okay, so here's a tricky bit. Get all the air out of the system. Doing it on your own is not always ideal, but we'll do our best. Put this on here first, I think. Nice tight fit. A nice clean receptacle so I can reuse the expensive fluid. This, by the way, is 5.1 fluid. No idea why I'm using that, it just happened to be what I had in stock at the time. Right then, so I'm just going to pump it now very gently. I don't know about you, but it always takes me hours and hours and hours to get this thing to work. I did have a brake bleeder, say that quickly. It didn't last long, it soon broke, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. Now, I'm sure it's not advised, because here I am pumping away at the lever, nothing much is happening, because obviously the system's full of air. So what I do is, I get the other end of this thing, which is now pretty clean, and I start sucking on it, just to help it get that fluid through the system. So here goes. Oops, yeah, that seemed to work. The fluid's going down a hell of a long way on the reservoir, so keep on topping it up. Now, actually, I don't like these plastic reservoirs that stick up these pots, so one thing I want to do one day is replace my handlebar master cylinders with those which are integrated, but they're quite expensive. The ones I like are very expensive, about £500, so that will have to wait for another day. But I think these so-called plastic dash pots don't really suit the style of the bike, so as I say, I want to change them, but that'll have to wait for another day, because right now I'm skint. Anyway, we'll keep on going. Okay, there you go. Look, I've got some bubbles now, so the fluid's getting through. That's the second full dash pot of fluid gone through there. Keep on topping it up. If you let the fluid get too low, you introduce air back in the system, which isn't ideal. Got to start all over again, so I'll keep on going. There we go. And then we just lock it down, pump it gently. You should start to feel the lever getting firm, which it is at the other end, and then we release the nipple at the same time as pumping in at the lever like this, push, and then we leave it, keep it pressed in, bubbles come up, lock it back down again and let go of the lever, pump again, and then repeat the process, and you keep doing that until you can't see any bubbles coming up through the system. You don't want air inside the hydraulic system, because the air compresses and you don't get the correct effect. So here we go again. Yeah, I've still got air, look, you can hear it and see it. And that's why it's really handy to have a clear tube here, or at least an opaque tube, so you can look through here and see the bubbles rising up. And when it all stops, when you've got no more bubbles, you know, hopefully you've got a good system with no more air inside of it. But in the meantime, we keep on going. I'll just squeeze the lever, do that. Keep on going. As I'm doing it, I'm keeping an eye on the level in the dash pot, making sure it doesn't get too low, and when it does, I'll just top it up one more time. Oh, not too bad now. It doesn't feel too bad. I think I'll Top it up one more time. One more time again. Push in and then let it go. Now I'm not seeing any bubbles now. It feels okay. One more time. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, if you do struggle to get this thing done, to get the bubbles out and to get air out of the system, maybe you can't even get any fluid at all coming through the system, one handy tip is to tape up the lever to the handlebar with the dash pot full up and just leave it overnight or leave it for a few hours. And that often works to get the fluid started through the system. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks okay. Didn't take too long, so we'll just put that there. I think that can go in the bin. I don't really need to keep that. And so here we go. Let's see the bike start today. Now at the moment, I don't have a new battery for the bike because that costs about £210, which I've not got right now. But no matter, because I've got the car here, I can try and jump start it. So here's my jump leads. So let's very carefully attach the various bits together. And there are the two leads on the bike. I've used this cardboard just to make sure I've got some insulation on this side. So now I can come around here and we can see the damn thing will start. So fuel on, ignition key on. Okay, there's the M unit doing its thing, that's fine. And let's see if this thing will start. I must say I've got my doubts, but here goes. No, nothing there, was there? Okay, let's just turn it off for a while. Now, with the tank being off and on, I'm not sure there's any fuel getting down to the carb. Just give it a few moments and we'll try again. Really? Put the choke on here. That's fine. Just keep on going. I must say it doesn't seem to turn over the bike very quickly, despite the fact it's got a brand new starter motor and it's hooked up to my car. So that's not too good. What I don't know though is if that sound is pretty standard for an iron head. Anyway, I'll give it a few minutes and we'll try again. Okay, so we'll try again, this time with the choke off. Throttle low for the pumper carbs and we'll see what happens. Or maybe I need some more petrol in the tank, who knows, but we'll see. No, that's not going to happen, is it? So I think maybe the ignition could be wrong. I'll have to check the spark plugs, make sure they're sparking okay, and then we'll go from there. Turns over okay, I seem to have fuel, so the next thing to check is the spark. So I checked the front one, got a good spark when I held it against the cylinder head. I thought, oh well, can't be that, but I'll just check this rear one at the same time. Held it against the cylinder head, hit the start button and almost blew my hand off because this thing is tracking and I get a real big shock on my hand when I held it like this. So this lead here, or maybe this connector, is no good. I think it's leaking or tracking the spark, which might mean there's no spark going to the spark plug. It might be that, it may not be that, but certainly you shouldn't be getting a shock from touching the high tension leads. So what I'm going to do now is take these off and measure them and hopefully go and buy some new ones. I never liked yellow anyway because these yellow leads actually came with the bike originally, so they're probably about 10 years old, if not more, and as you can see they don't really go with the bike. And so we'll stop for now until I can buy some new leads or get some leads made up, and we can then continue where we left off, and maybe, just maybe, we can get the damn thing to start, but we'll see. And now here we are the next day, and I've made up a new pair of HT leads using the leftover parts I had when I made up some for my Ducati MHR. Now these plug caps are straight out, which isn't ideal. They should be angled because it sticks out too far. I will sort that out at some point, but right now it doesn't really matter. I just want to get the damn thing to start, and the fact it doesn't look quite right isn't really a problem. So let's see if it'll start today. What I'll do now is I'll start the car, get some more power. Oops, there's the aftermarket ignition system just doing a little final spark as it does. So we'll turn that off. Start the car and we'll try again with a bit more power, but it's not looking good. So wait there and let's see what we can find. Okay, so it should have a bit more power now, although you can hear the car running. It's only a small car, it doesn't have a big battery, but it should be big enough. Here we go again. Power on. Looks like I'm going to choke out, so we'll try to choke in. There we go. Let's see. Nearly, that's the first time it's ever tried to start. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's try it one more time and then turn the lights off. There we go. We might even start up now.
Waiting for this moment for 23 years.
Well, thank God for that. I've been waiting for that moment for 3 bloody years. It's a bit smoky because I put oil down the bores when I did the heads, so there's a bit of oil inside there. Anyway, let's make it safe. I'll disconnect the leads from the car. Don't want to have that cause any problems. God, I'm so relieved about that. We can now start to make some more progress. I can save up and buy myself a new lithium-ion battery. And you never know, that could dampen on the roads sometime soon. So that's been a very long journey that I've taken hours and hours and hours trying to get this damn thing to start. But at last it has, and I'm very happy indeed. So, and even the rev counter works as well, so that's pretty good. So yeah, thank God for that. So for those of you who watched this videos of this build for such a long time, thanks for hanging on, thanks for watching them all, and at last we can hear it actually running. As I say, a bit smoky, but that's possibly because when I put the heads on I did inject some oil down the bores just to be on the safe side when I took the heads off a while ago. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, I'm bloody ecstatic with that. It's a nice day today. I've got another hour freedom, so what I'm going to do is move this out of the way, fire up my Merch 131 bike and go for a ride, because I think I deserve it. Anyway, so thanks for watching and cheers.